So hey guys, this is Kenesha with VeryThoughtfulLife.com. I'm doing this video because I've watched the movie Hidden Figures. I've watched it twice now. And so last night I was awakening from my sleep thinking about the movie because I was just so in awe of how amazing these women are. But what I want to do, what I'm doing this video to do, is to point out some of the lessons I saw in the video. So lesson number one, Catherine. The young lady, from the time she was a little girl, and I was glad they showed us that clip, she had this gift. She had this amazing gift with math. The blessing she also had was she was surrounded by people who could see her gift and who knew to push her and prepare her in the gift. Here's the thing we get to take from that. You have a gift. Just like Catherine has a gift, her gift seemed very obvious because to be so young and be a genius with math, that seems obvious. Perhaps you haven't quite figured out what your gift is, but the point is you have a gift. You was born with a gift, and your gift was given to you to serve the world. Lesson number two I got out of it, like Catherine was born at a certain time in history. And she didn't know it at the time. She didn't know it as a little girl. She didn't know she was going to grow up and be the woman standing in the room who everyone around her needed the information that only she could provide to make sure that that space shuttle got to space and came back safely. She didn't know that. So this is your lesson from that. You don't know who God is going to bless with your gift. You don't know how he's going to use it. But your job is to be prepared, to understand your gift, to work your gift, to show up and be the light in the room, regardless of what's going on around you. Lesson number three. This woman was phenomenal with math. She was a genius, but because of the color of her skin, they didn't want to drink from the same coffee server as her. She had to run across the room, like across the field, to use the bathroom. Here's what I thought was brilliant in the movie. She never complained. She just did what she had to do. Sometime what you got to get is life is not fair. Life is not easy. But if you stop complaining and you give it your all and you put your head down and you just do what you got to do, there's always a reward or an award for doing what you do. Not people applauding you, but God has a way of taking your gift and taking your tenacity and just making it bigger than you ever could expect it to be. And that's what she did. So I want you guys to get that. Like, stop making excuses. She didn't make an excuse. She just did what she had to do. Wasn't comfortable, wasn't easy. She didn't even complain. She didn't even go to anyone and pout about this is unfair. She just did what she had to do. Lesson number four for me, Dorothy. I believe it was Dorothy. Yeah, so Dorothy is the lady who was amazing at fixing her car and could do these she had a brilliant mind for computers. But here's the thing. Oh my God, so many lessons from Dorothy. So lesson number one, do what you got to do. Life isn't fair. Dorothy went to the library. She couldn't get what she needed from the color section of the library. That didn't stop her. She still got that book. So this is like 4, 5, and 6, all in Dorothy. She got the book. She didn't ask anyone's permission. She did not pout about her not being trained. She realized that there was a shift happening in this company, and in order for her to keep her job up, to maintain her position, she took complete responsibility. She saw that there was a new situation taken on board. She didn't wait for them to come and tell her. She went out her way. She did what she had to do to keep up with modern times. That's what we have to do, guys. That's why I'm always saying, read a book, read a book, read a book. And I get it. I was late in life when I got to this whole reading books and learning all these amazing things. But that's the magic. When you see life shifting, and there being a change in the atmosphere, and companies and jobs shifting and changing and doing something new, you cannot wait for your boss or someone around you to say, hey, maybe you should go learn about biotech. Maybe you should go and learn this new thing about computers. You cannot wait for someone to hold your hand through it. You got to do what you got to do. That's what Catherine did. No, not Catherine. That's what Dorothy did. She went, she got that book, she read it, she understood it. But here's the other lesson. When I said this is lesson number 4, 5, and 6, lesson number 5 with Dorothy that I loved. Dorothy didn't just learn the information and keep it to herself. She went into that room and she told those ladies, look, something new is about to happen. I'm going to teach you. She took those women with her. That's what we have to learn to do. When we're on a journey, listen, what I think is beautiful about the Bible, and there are times when Jesus say to people, he's like, do you want to be healed? Like, do you want to go? There are going to be some people who are not going to want to go with you. Understand that. There are some people on your journey, in your path, that do not and will not want to go where you want to take them. It's okay. It's not about you leaving them. It's about you inviting those who want to go on the journey to come along and get along. So Dorothy did not just win this battle by herself. She did it, and she brought her soldiers with her. When they offer her that job, she says, nope, not going to take it for you guys to help me train these other people to do it. The women I've trained, either they come with me. We got to learn to be that people again. We have to learn to bring our sisters and brothers with us, the ones that want to go. That's the thing. That's the magic. We got to know the ones that want to go. The other thing from Dorothy that I just so admire about her, these women did not make excuses. They did not get caught up into how wrong and silly it was that they lived in a time that because of the color of their skin, they couldn't accomplish something. Lessons I got from Mary. Oh my God. Like Mary Janelle's character. She knew she could be an engineer. She knew sometimes. So here's the lesson. Sometimes you're called to do and be something that the world doesn't understand. People in that time couldn't understand a woman engineer, but she knew what she was called to do. She knew that she was as smart as every man in that room. They even set it up so that she could not take the position. They changed the rules. And let me tell you, that's what happens in life, especially in America, especially for us. But listen, we can't let it stop us. We still got to go through. We got to be like Mary in that situation. What did Mary do? Mary went to the courts and she said, listen, you're going to have to take a chance. I need you to change this law. So she did it with dignity, with intelligence. She did her research and she asked for a change and she got it. Here's the lesson to be learned from her. If there's something you need from someone, if there's a shift, research, learn what you can learn from this about this person. Learn how to approach them. Don't go in with your macho attitude. Learn to humble yourself, not from a I'm lower than you position, but from a I understand that I need you to do something for me. She got what she needed because she was willing to humble herself. She wasn't all prideful. She understood the gift that she had, but she also understood the tenacity it was going to take for her to get that done. We got to be like that. We got to be like Mary. We got to be willing to go into a room where it's uncomfortable to ask people who maybe we don't think want to help us, but we got to know how to appeal to them that they're getting something out of it. That was the magic. That judge understood that he was going to be getting something out of allowing her to go to school too. It may not seem right or fair, but sometimes we have to sell ourselves in the situation so the people can see what they're going to get out of it. Also, the love that Mary had with her family and her husband and how he, that's like another lesson. I by now I've kind of forgotten what lesson I'm on, 6, 7, 8. I'm telling the movie is just so powerful. But her husband supporting her, maybe not even understanding like why this woman has this thing in her that she wants to be an engineer, but he was there to support her. So guys, we got to learn to support our spouses. We don't have to understand their dreams all the time, but support them. Be there for them. I can honestly say like there were times when I could not see where Barry Thoughtful was going. But Andre never discouraged me. He was always, in fact, there are times it was his encouragement that made me get up and show up because I'm like, I don't want to let this guy down because he believed in me so much. So attach yourself to people who really believe in you and who encourage you. Watch this movie. Watch it with your kids. Gain the information and the wisdom from it. Don't walk away thinking that the world owes you anything. These women bust their butts to earn their position in history. But guess what? They was written, like God wrote their plan long before they showed up. They was just bold enough to walk through it. And I want us to have that same heart, tenacity, will. No more complaining in 2017. So what, the world isn't fair. You got to create your mark. You got to go after it. You got to do what you got to do to make your mark in your space. You got to use your gifts and talents. There are some people in this world that is dependent on you to show up every single time to make a difference in their life. There's a timeline in this space called life that is designed particularly for you. And we are waiting for you to show up. Watch the movie, be inspired, get busy, be amazing in 2017. This is Kenesha Berry, BerryThoughtfulLife.com.